Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Hacknet. Last episode, I think we devoted almost entirely to that Nikes fiasco. I don't know. We might have gotten one mission done before that, but no, I don't think so. I think it was the whole thing was trying to recover our X server config. Okay, but in the meantime, we got an email from him saying, "Hey, let's go paint dicks on a news web page." And also from these CSEC guys saying, join our club. So they linked us to, well, okay. There's their server we're supposed to break into to get an invite. And they reminded us that, wait, we already had Network Education Archives, didn't we? All right, well. So I guess we're going to need to learn some new tools to get into here. Firewalls, maybe? Yes, a firewall. We don't know anything about firewalls, so we can't break in yet. But the Network Education Archive will tell us something about them. Wait, is that firewall? Yeah. Well, actually, tell me about shells, please. Shells run... The shell running in this mode will notify the running user when a foreign user connects to the machine running the shell, and allow an emergency fork bomb flood to be executed on all other users connected to it remotely. So we could maybe have figured out a way to prevent Nikes from breaking into our system if we had taken the precaution of running a shell on our home computer in trap mode. Good idea? Who knows? Might as well do it, I suppose. Let's just run a shell locally and leave it in trap mode, please. So it'll notify me, and there's a button I can use to just blow up everyone who's connected to it, I guess. Takes up some memory, but I feel like it's worth it. I played Uplink. Who was that by? Introversion, I think, is the name of the company. Uplink is another sort of hacking simulation game similar to this, but with totally different mechanics, of course. Played a fair bit of that, and I think like the way that I always ended up, like the only way you could lose was if the authorities broke in, like broke into the room where your server was being hosted and like physically carried the server away, and then they would look up and know who you were, and they would find your home address, and they would ruin you. You could have a little thing listening on your server that would allow you to detonate the server if there was like a motion sensor went off or something. And I only succeeded in doing that once. Like, oh no, they're coming for me, blow up the server. But it didn't turn out to be that useful because like I got to continue the save file. So like I had all my progress on my missions, but like all of the money I had been invested into parts for that server, and so it really was actually harder to continue because like I had access to a bunch of missions that required advanced tools, and I didn't have them, and I didn't have any money. It was like kind of silly. But anyway, I can imagine here I might want to be able to trigger an explosion on my local machine. But okay, so let's go read about firewalls now. Firewalls have been around for a very long time, most often serving to prevent automated foreign network traffic rather than security-dedicated hackers. Modern firewalls can prevent all security-critical traffic unless it is prefixed via a firewall solution, often referred to as a password, but there's a definite difference. In this situation, the firewall solution will need to be provided before an unsyndicated login attempt can be attempted. Attempt can be attempted, all right. Effectively meaning that any known password cracking software will be useless while a firewall is active. Firewall complexity can be examined with the analyze command. Running it multiple times will automatically detect patterns in response data headers and will eliminate characters it can guarantee are not a part of the firewall solution. Once a potential solution is found, the command firewall solution, or solve the solution, can be used to attempt to syndicate. There's a scroll bar here, but I can't scroll. I don't know what's going on. I guess we'll like connect to their server and type analyze. Oops. Analyze. I don't understand like exactly what this is doing. I guess you just type it enough times and it tells you the password, basically. Yeah, okay. So there was initially a like big wall of letters. Now we're getting... No, we're not even getting the same ones back, but some replaced with zeros. Okay, so this is KR... Boy, this is hard to read. KRAKE... Yeah, Kraken. All right. Fine. So... I guess that means I can attempt to break in. But how exactly do I use it? Port hack Kraken? Oh, right, I have to say solve. Solve Kraken. Yes. And now I port hack in, and it allows me. Okay, so we learned about firewalls. That's cool. What do we have? Let's see what's in bin. Anything interesting? No. CD home then. And there's a test, I suppose. Cat continue. Continue to link server to advance to the next stage of this test. What link server? Good question. What's in new folder? Anything? Just like random junk? Yeah, IRC log. Okay. CD log, I suppose. Oh, scan. There we go. Remove all my logs and check this out. Here's CSEC Gauntlet number 2. Okay, so what I should have done, this one has a proxy and needs 2 things. Let me just real quick, I have root here. I want a shell up and another shell here. Okay. Nmap again. So I'll start both of these on overloading. Oh, this is slow. Need more shells. At least there's no trace. We just have to be patient. Okay, there's an SMTP and SSH attacks. Oh, we don't have quite enough? That's too bad. Well, let's just close one of these. Having just one shell available in overflow mode makes me a little bit uncomfortable, but okay. Let's remember to scan first when we get here, huh? Like a good hacker? I always remember to clean up, but I forget to see what to do next. Alright, well there is another one nearby. What time do I type exe? Ooh, there's a whole bunch of things. Oh, these are the ones on my machine, huh? Yeah, I see. So that's just a list of anything you can run. It has tutorial. Interesting. Alright. That's fine. Well, cd into home and see what's up. cd into test. Continue is go to the next server? Yeah. Let's remove the logs and get out of here. And whatever, we'll start another shell as well. Remove the log of that. And what's this one got? Gauntlet number 3 has a proxy and a firewall. Okay, that's going to be exciting. Okay, we're getting close. KUNKKA? All right, that worked. SMTP thingy on 25, please. SH on 22. Get ready with a port hack. Ah! Open additional ports. FTP on 21, please. I thought it only said 2. Oh, this is going to be sketchy. All right, we might have to bail on this one. Try again. But we should have time to at least scan. DC. All right. Well, there was nothing there. That was the last one. But we're the root. So, okay, great. Right? Yes. CD into home. CD. Oh, gift. There's a gift. I want it. SCP web server worm. Oh, that's right. I found a web server worm on Ike's computer in the last playthrough. I could have downloaded that. It would lets you get into port 80, I assume. Okay, so here we are. We got that. That's nice. CD CD into test. Invitation for YouTube is. Can I make a note somehow? Exe note. Is there like notes? Yes. Add a note. ABX07CC9. All right. Jeez, I can barely read that. Cool. Well, there we go. CD into logs, I suppose, and delete them. And let's disconnect. And go check mail. Reply with ABX07CC9. Affirmation. Well done passing this automated test. Not everyone managed it. It kind of makes you think, why were they invited in the first place, really? So, you're on to round 2, which means I get to make something up, which means something fun. I've got something good in mind for you. Shouldn't be too easy, either. I want you to break into the CFC servers and find me the 11 secret herbs and spices. If you can get a hold of the list and upload it to the CFC public drop server, I'd be more than happy to let you in. Oh, and this is Vapor. We read about Vapor earlier, I think. Right, wasn't Vapor the one who was referenced in the bit please read on the bit tests on the entropy test server? Vapor won't get off my back about bit being missing, and she thinks it's a problem. I think that's what it was. I deleted the file, so we'll never know unless you go back and rewatch the footage. But I think this Vapor person is associated with bit somehow. Okay, so we found 2 links. Here's the drop server, and here's the server we want to get stuff from. Okay, so that sounds fun, right? CFC.com. Everyone loves chicken. That's sure. Wait a minute, chicken. Is that the same thing? Did the other guy want me to do something? What did Nikes want? Okay, I'm back. I had to step away for a minute for a phone call, which is why the screen suddenly erased all those past messages. I ended up closing the program and getting back to it. So we were just we just finished the CNET or whatever their name was, CSEC I think thing, and we went and looked at a webpage they wanted us to mess with, and it had chicken. And I was thinking, Didn't Nike? No, but he wanted like something to do with Nordstrom. Nothing to do with chicken at all. Okay. So he wants... Yeah, he gave us a little link to Baby's First Hacking Guide. Instructions. Replace something in the title with dicks. Yeah, okay. I'll also condone other changes as long as they're hilarious. And he linked us also to another copy of the Net Archive. Like, these are all this... We've got links to a bunch of different copies of the NetEdu Archive for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, so anyway, breaking into that server with like the proxies and the firewall and everything else, like that was a cool like high pressure situation. That was fun. What do we want to do? Do we want to do the CSEC thing? I think we do, rather than Nike's graffiti. Break into the CFC servers and find out. Oh right, KFC. All right. Find the 11 secret herbs and spices. So where is that, please? It's here. So what do these guys have going on? They have no proxies or anything, and they just have HTTP and SMTP. So web server worm on 80, please, and SMTP on 25, please. And we'll get a port thing ready. These two take a pretty similar amount of time. That's convenient. Okay, we're in. Oh, what's in web? That's exciting. Oh, that's their HTML page? Okay, cool. Delicious chicken. Everyone loves it. Colonel's Food Corner. Sure. Okay. But we actually want to go to like, well, let's just go up. I guess we have to do that in one step. And what's in sys? Nothing interesting, I assume. Likewise, bin. Default boot module. Is that a thing? CD sys cat default boot module. Do we all have one of those? CFC homepage. Interesting. All right, but it's probably in home, of course. Server structure. Cat server structure. Run the server is exclusively for front-end content. All company files should be hosted on the more secure mainframe and internal servers. This server maintains a link back to the mainframe for updating. Do not modify this. Okay, so let's scan it. There we go. So we'll remove all this stuff and start a shell here as well while we're here. And we'll start a shell over here. I figure we might need it. And I don't know, here, 3 shells. Let's close the notes module here. And here's their actual corporate mainframe where they store real useful information. Okay, so let's run the, we don't actually need any of these. So let's run the web server one against 80 and the SMTP one against 25. And actually, if we close these, we should be able to run FTP against 21 at the same time. No? SH against 22 though? No, not enough for any of those. Okay. Alright, but we can do these both now. I want those shells back, but I guess I don't really need them for anything. This trace seems to be going by very slowly again. Right? 1 alligator. Yeah, so it's going by like every 2 seconds. So we actually have 3 minutes, which is a lot of time. So let's scan it. There's another node down there. Let's look around. What do we have? CD into home, I suppose. CD into training files. Oh, let's SCP the 11 secret herbs and spices, I guess. Cat them. Many new employees. As for the management, even they cannot be given it. Okay. Rest assured, it's very well protected. Yeah, so we can't actually. This is not the recipe. Cat new employee welcome guide. Yeah, nothing much here. Cat the order records guide. I assume this is not interesting either. Sourcing. 202 dot whatever. 227. Yeah, okay. So that's their thing. Fine. Is there anything in media that's interesting? Logos, media kit. All right, let's just download all this stuff for fun, right? What's in the guide? Make the best tasting chicken. Okay. Well, none of the rest of this is very interesting. We could download the logo, but I assume that's not that cool. No, it's just a bunch of junk. All right, well, we'll remove the logs. Start up a shell. Okay, cool. And get out of here, I guess. Start a shell here. It's already running a shell. Let's start one here and, like, I don't know, here? Fine. Now let's go check out this, the CFC records repository. What's their deal? They have a firewall and 2 things we can crack. So we don't need these at all either, these shells. Well, so let's just close them then. Let us then analyze it. Okay, we just have to run analyze a bunch of times. I'm not a big fan of this part of the process, honestly. Chicken, the password is chicken, all right. Solve chicken. Web server worm onto 80, please. And SMTP onto 25. And then we'll get ready to port Hacknet open. I wonder if there's a way to disable a trace once you're logged in, because it seems like that would be useful. All right, let's look around. Everything seems to be in home. What's ordering? Okay, nothing good in media. It's all in ordering. Seasoning order guidelines? No. Cat order requirement certs? No. Seasoning order placement template. Okay, part 1 and part 2, I guess. Part 1, let's just cat it to be sure. Yeah, all right. Seasoning order placement template part 1. And the same thing for part 2. CD into log here, remove everything. And we'll be out with plenty of time. See you later. So now we should have locally a copy of all of their spices, right? How do we home? Yeah, so here's the unit volume. Okay, so how do I actually give this guy this list of things? I hope I don't have to type it all in. Oh, upload it to the drop server. Sure. Which is where again? Here. Uploads have their path. Home. I can't read it because it goes over this, but all right. So it's just upload a thing, right? Upload home slash seasoning part 1 and part 2. Okay, well, I have done that. I have to go reply and let him know that I'm done. Oh, I've got 2 pages of emails now. Congratulations, nice one. I've actually had to dig around on their mainframe before a while ago and couldn't find it. Props for tracking it down. That's quite the entrance. I'll take the opportunity to formally welcome you to CSEC. Everyone here knows what they're doing, at least to some extent, so you should feel right at home if you found that last job easy. I've attached your new login details to the hub server. From there, you can pick up contracts, download new code, and generally just use it as a home base. I'll stay in touch. Go pick yourself up some new programs from the stash as a congratulations present. Cool. Well, we'll do that, I think, in the next episode. This one has had plenty of action-packed excitement in it already. We did a whole bunch of stuff to get introduced to CSEC, I think is what this episode was. But now we're in, and we can start accepting missions from them shortly. So I'm looking forward to that. Hope you guys are as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.